So, welcome everyone to our self care and service practice in the love, peace, and harmony field. My name is Laurie, and I am very honored to be a part of the Love, Peace, and Harmony Foundation as a virtual and community field coordinator and have them sponsor these sessions along with Satori Family Wellness Center, which I am one of the co-owners. And so for some of you on the line, or all of you on the line have been here before. For those of you who are new, welcome. And we hope that this series can be helpful for you. So before we get started, just a reminder that the information we share today are for your general knowledge, but we want you to be sure that you contact and are in touch with your healthcare professional to support you in any health concerns. Okay. So today what we'll be doing is we will be doing our check-in, and we will focus on self-compassion today. So we've been doing a lot of micro practices and we want to continue on this journey. And we will do the practice with the love, peace, and harmony field, and then talk about some next steps. So let's get started by doing our usual check-in. And usually when we do the check-in, it is so we can develop our awareness of where we are at any moment, so we can rebalance ourselves when needed, as soon as we need it, even if there's a little, we're maybe out of sorts just a little. The sooner we can catch ourselves, the easier it will be to get back in balance and to take care of yourself. So we talk about these monitoring gauges, our thoughts, and notice them right now. Are they more on the positive or negative side? Neutral? Our emotions, are they peaceful, happy, or on the other end of the spectrum? Our bodily symptoms or sensations, or physical symptoms, right? Are we feeling comfortable? Do we have any kind of pain, headaches, fatigue? And also a reflection on our actions and behaviors. Have they been loving, kind, productive, or actually on the other end? So these may all let us know where we are. And the key is that we want to be honest where we are without judgment. Sometimes we can trick ourselves to feeling that we're okay when some symptoms are arising, right? And so when we don't have judgment, we can just notice them and what can we do to bring it back to balance? What do I need? And today's topic will be really wonderful on this, no matter where we are in our monitoring gauges, because it is about self-compassion. And if you're checking in to see where you are today, you can also give yourself a number at the start of the session. So for today, I think I might be a bit dehydrated. I have a bit of a headache. So happy to be in the field to support this and knowing what I need to do to get back in balance. So I have my water with me. Okay. And last time we met, we talked about self-acceptance. So now we're going to be moving from self-acceptance to self-compassion. So when we accept ourselves, the next step is how we treat ourselves moment to moment. Okay. Self-compassion is in action, means speaking, thinking, and behaving towards ourselves with gentleness and love, even when we fall short. So many times we feel like compassion, I would hear compassion is empathy in action, right? We're doing something and we're being very kind to ourselves. So kindness and compassion. And so when we talk about self-compassionate action, it would be like treating yourself as you would a beloved friend. Sometimes with some of my clients, most of you here know, I am a psychologist by profession. And so many of my clients, we really talk about who is it that they're most kind and compassionate to. And then that's who we use as an example. Like, would you really treat your beloved friend like this, best friend? Would you judge them in this way, right? How would you want them to treat themselves? Sometimes it is a family member, children, grandchildren, mother, sister. So whoever it is that you would feel most compassionate towards, so you can use that. So it could be a friend, but it could be another loved one. Extending kindness instead of criticism when we make mistakes or challenges arise. So it's really having this kindness and compassion mindset. And it's not that you don't progress or move forward or correct yourself, but it's really being kind when we need, to kind on ourselves, like not to be overly judging. And we want to really choose supportive behaviors aligned with your well-being. So if you're tired, you may kind of rest, like, hey, I think you need a break, right? To kind of get yourself back in balance. Instead of judging, it's like, okay, why is it I'm tired? Or also, like, if maybe you said an unkind word to like a family member and you're thinking like, oh my goodness, why did I say that? It's like, okay, what does that mean? Maybe I was stressed and hard for me to, you know, um, so what kind of behaviors could be helpful? Doing a forgiveness to the other person, but also with yourself, hey, maybe I didn't take care of myself. I got myself too worked up. Let me get myself back in balance where I can get back to a more kinder, compassionate space. And so why self-compassion is important, okay? So it builds emotional resilience, which lowers stress and self-blame. It increases motivation through encouragement rather than fear. And it strengthens relationships, right? So compassion for yourself naturally flows outward, which can make you more compassionate to others around you. In neuroscience, they talk about how it activates the prefrontal cortex. That's like, the executive functioning part of the brain, and the calming pathways of the brain that reduces the amygdala, reduces stress signals. And so, it also works with the brain. So self-compassion is very important in neuroscience. So what we're going to do is a short micro practice. And we're going to do this also in the field, but you can follow along now. You can put one hand on your heart, one hand on your lower abdomen, and just kind of check in to how you're feeling. Again, taking this moment to notice how you are with kindness and compassion, just like when you would check in with a loved one. Hey, how is this person feeling? Well, how are they doing? Maybe your friend is going through something, and you just want to say, "Hey, how are you doing?" And you just kind of notice what's coming up with you. Sometimes we have voices or tendencies or just feeling like, oh, our heart feels blocked or it's racing, like anxious. I have a lot of things to do. Or like, oh, I didn't do all the things I wanted to do, or I didn't finish my checklist, or, whatever it is. Just kind of notice what is the voice that you're holding. And if you're noticing self-criticism or judgment, or anything that's not in your highest best interest, just pause. And we're going to think of a phrase. So by the end of the session, I hope that you can come up with one self-compassionate phrase that resonates with you, that you can tell yourself to allow yourself to believe more and more that your body will then start to relax. Okay, we want our nervous system to relax. We don't want to lie to ourselves and have a statement that we and our bodies don't believe or have a hard time believing that so even if you're saying it, our bodies is saying it's not true. Like we're tensing up, it's a lot. We have the subconscious voice of, no, I'm lying to myself, okay? So see what feels comfortable and what you might say sometimes to a friend, right? So again, you can say, I offer myself the same compassion I give to others, okay? See how that resonates with you. It could be, oh, I'm doing my best. I offer myself kindness and compassion. Or I'm worthy of kindness and compassion just like anyone else. So it could be along those lines. I know for me, once I realized that compassion is also connected with humility, which is one of my values. We tend to want to be, humble and not arrogant. And being hard on oneself is actually ego, right? When we're too hard on ourselves, it's actually ego when we judge ourselves. And once I realized, oh, it's ego, I could remind myself like, oh, compassion is humility, right? So that would be a way that I started learning to get kinder to myself. So you can think about different things. And when you use this practice, you can use it at all times, but it can be especially helpful, like when we make a mistake or we have some kind of setback, when our inner critic or a judging voice becomes louder, right? More clear, like, oh, why did I do this? I can't believe that type of voice. And also during times of stress, fatigue, or overwhelm. So, sometimes we push ourselves even when we're feeling stressed or fatigue or we're not comfortable and say, oh no, we got to do this, right? But how can we be compassionate during these times? It can also be helpful like during important decisions or conversations, because a lot of times the emotions will come up and we might make decisions or we might say things according to the emotion that comes up. And it could be fear, anxiety, sadness, anger, so noticing those type of emotions, but self-compassion can kind of get us back into balance. And we'll be doing this practice with the Love, Peace, and Harmony field. Everything, and in the Love, Peace, and Harmony Foundation, they talk about everything has its own vibratory field. And each of our vibrational fields are connected in the quantum field of the collective. So when we align with the vibrations of love, peace, and harmony, we can not only uplift our lives, we can support the uplifting of the world. And so this love, peace, and harmony field vibrates with this unconditional love and forgiveness, and also I'll say compassion, right? And it can soften these harsh judgments that we have on ourselves. And this higher vibrational support can then make us make compassionate responses easier to embody for ourselves and others. So that's why we're using it today in the field. So let's do our meditation and allow yourself to connect to create a safe space. So many of you who have done the safe space exercise with us, it's basically imagining that you are in a space, and you can imagine with your senses or sensory, with your creative visualization, if you're indoor, outdoor. For us here who are used to the love, peace, and harmony field, we have a special connection, feeling the positive frequencies and vibrations of love, peace, and harmony. So we can imagine like this field of light, of positive messages of love, peace, and harmony is radiating around us 360 degrees. So we're just enclosed in this beautiful, protective, supportive field of love, peace, and harmony. You can add visuals to it, maybe an outdoor nature scene that makes you feel calm, relaxed, safe. It could be an indoor cozy scene or someplace that you feel sacred, warm, or protected. Again, you can continue to create this safe space and allow yourself to feel this gentle and protective field of love, peace, and harmony. Visualize the color of light that's radiating out, whether it's golden, rainbow, purple light surrounding you. And in this quiet, safe space, go inward to see what is it that you can bring more self-compassion. So you might notice if there's any judgments that's coming on or any part of what you're experiencing. So if you're experiencing a physical condition, it's like, you need some support. Okay, what do you need, right? And bring this message of self-compassion. Again, treat yourself like you would any other beloved person in your life or a treasured guest, right? If someone was not well, you say, okay, hey, let's just kind of rest, relax. Can I get you anything? Right? But many times, if it's for ourselves, we just push ourselves, some of us, right? And we say, oh no, it's just a headache. This is fine, right? Or maybe we have some judgments. Oh, we're not as productive as we'd like. And we get hard on ourselves. We judge ourselves. We don't feel good about ourselves. But think about it, if it was our beloved friend, our beloved, one in our life, understanding that person, knowing that person. It's like, it's okay. Maybe you can do it later, or, okay, what can we do to help you to feel more productive or to do what you need to do? So again, notice what it is that an area that you could use more self-compassion. Okay. I think all of us will have at least one. And it could be in any of the categories, as I mentioned, how we are physically. It could be our thoughts, right? And judgments there. It could be in our emotions. Maybe we repress our emotions or judge ourselves for having them. And again, could be in our actions, behaviors as we reflect, as well as the bodily sensations. Okay? So find one area. And again, notice, even if it's thoughts or emotions, notice where in your body you might be holding them, like where that feeling, like for example, I might feel when I'm not like as productive as I like, I didn't get the things done, and I'm feeling like, oh, I can feel like a feeling about it in my body that wants to criticize or judge. I just don't feel good. Even if I'm not thinking it, I can feel it, that feeling in my body. Yeah. And again, if you bring in this love, peace, and harmony message that also has self-compassion, notice if there's another response. Feel the kindness, the gentleness. Allow yourself to have self-compassion in action. And again, notice if there is a self-compassion phrase that resonates with you that you can let yourself know, objectively, like something that you would say to a loved one. And as you have your phrase, feel the field supporting you with the love, peace, and harmony, and love, forgiveness, compassion, and light radiating into that area, allowing you to support your connection with a self-compassionate phrase. So every time you connect with it, your body can start to relax. You can bring the light of love, peace, and harmony, of self-compassion. That again, self-compassionate action will move you to do something. It's not like you're excusing poor behavior, but you're compassionate that maybe we made mistakes. We've said words that we might have felt we could have done better with, but we're learning and growing, right? We talked about for self-acceptance. We're accepting what we are, and then we're now having compassion for ourselves. Because every thought, emotion, physical or bodily sensation, and action or behavior, it's because of something. Something is happening that's allowing us to be in that state or acting a certain way. And it's just for us to be kind, have a more objective and compassionate awareness about what's happening. And then we can kindly and compassionately support ourselves through it. You can even use a compassionate voice on parts of your body. Like, for instance, if you're feeling physical, it's like, oh, my head, as we treat ourselves, like each part of ourselves is different souls to ourselves. Like, if a headache, oh, okay, my head, what's happening? What's going on? You know, giving love and support, gratitude, you know, trying to find out, okay, what's been happening? What do you need? How can we move forward, right? And give love. Just bringing in this love, peace, harmony message, this love and light from the field. You can feel the pain dissipating naturally by just connecting with the love, peace, and harmony field. So you can stay in this frequency and vibration. For those of you who know how to trace, you can trace the calligraphy, right? So I have the red pointer, laser pointer. So again, this love. And with each stroke that we're moving, imagine this positive frequency, vibration and message, calming, relaxing, bringing you in, going deeper into the message of unconditional love, which also connects with unconditional compassion. Okay? Love, peace. Feel the peace coming in. As we get better and better with self-compassion, we may really feel that peace come through. And harmony. Again, harmonizing all parts of ourselves. A lot of times when we're all out of balance, we're not in harmony with parts of ourselves. Okay, great. So again, love, peace, and harmony. And this breathe in. Love, peace, and harmony. Exhale, let that love, peace, and harmony expand throughout your body, particularly in the area that you're feeling like you're holding maybe judgment, self-criticism, or discomfort in any way. Again, inhale and connect to your compassionate phrase, like, it's okay, I can take care of myself. It's okay, we all make mistakes, right? I'm learning and growing. I can be kind to myself. Compassion is kindness, it's humility. Again, think about your values, right? You may have the value to be kind and compassionate, and why not start with yourself? It's important. And then that frequency, vibration, and message, fills you. And then you become much more compassionate with others. So again, you can allow yourself to be compassionate. You can start with that part of your body that you're feeling needs support, whether it's your heart, your head. Feeling this love, peace and harmony, kindness and compassion. You can feel love, peace and harmony. You can also go into the love, peace and harmony song. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity, still serving others. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace and harmony. Love, peace and harmony. So here we're serving, being compassionate to ourselves, compassionate to others, and loving to others and to humanity. Bring in this light, gentle, peaceful, compassionate light. Just imagine that. This light that understands, empathizes with whatever you're going through without judgment. But it's also compassionate and wise. And it allows you to grow, move forward. So it's okay to make mistakes, but what have we learned? We can still learn something and grow and move forward. Maybe the message might be it's okay to rest. It's okay if we, made a mistake. What did we learn from it? How can we grow? Feel this love, peace, and harmony field, and this frequency of compassion. Self-compassion, they say compassion boosts energy, immunity, stamina, vitality. And the more compassion you have to yourself, the more of that positive energy can build your immunity, stamina, vitality. Again, we know it helps with neuroscience, with the pathways, calming the brain. Good. And let's end by just saying thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'd love to hear what you have to share. Okay, wonderful. Let me see. We have some comments. Okay, Gregory, thank you, Gregory. And he is also sharing, connecting with his spiritual fathers and mothers and asking for forgiveness. It's great. So yes, compassion can also go with forgiveness. And what I did want to say is that sometimes when we do forgiveness practices, we might be a bit hard on ourselves and it's not feel too well. But for those of you who've gone through the forgiveness, when we did some forgiveness, it really is about bringing peace and harmony and joy to ourselves, we feel a sense of release. And that is a wonderful way to also be compassionate and kind. So forgiveness practices is a wonderful way to also move to self-compassion as well. And yeah, I'd like to hear if any comments about if, and maybe share your compassionate phrases. You can do so in the chat or in the comments, because sometimes we may not be very familiar of what we can tell ourselves. And sometimes the phrase that you might have for yourself could be something that others might resonate with. So please take some time now and maybe see if a phrase. So let's see, I got, playing the Love, Peace, and Harmony song while doing the practice was very helpful. Thank you, Laurie. Thank you, Amy, for sharing. I'm glad that that was helpful. And I know we're out of time, so I'm just going to quickly go into the next phase of the next steps, right? So you can continue your self-compassionate journey. Again, work on your self-care. We want you to also, in the Soul Healing Miracles book by Dr. Master Sha, he does have a calligraphy on compassion. And so that could be another way that you can connect with a compassionate message and learn compassionate practices for yourself, but also for others. And then on the Tao Calligraphy to heal and transform depression and anxiety, there is a calligraphy. And they do talk about various practices. There is, again, more information on compassion in general, greatest compassion. But that's something that you can do for yourself and others too. Okay. And again, please join in the Love, Peace, and Harmony field to, allow your self-compassionate micro practice to take it to the next level. We do have a YouTube channel that we have some formal practices that we've done, sessions. And we do have our free wellness evening with Tao Calligraphy intro from 7 to 8. I believe this is the last Thursday of the month. So I believe Dr. Gina may be on this Thursday. So please join. She's really wonderful. She's a favorite of our group and does about the 5 elements and also her own expertise as an acupuncturist. Also, if you are needing more support, please let us know. We are still offering that 15-minute complimentary sessions. And also as a gift to yourself, the Love, Peace, and Harmony song that we sometimes play. This is an instrumental. And if you want to also share that link to others to have them have this wonderful field of the music or donate, you can reach it to this link. And again, self-care is service. Increase your self-care to increase the quality of your service. So thank you everyone again for joining. I hope that this has been helpful. And again, if you have any feedback, if you have any suggestions of what topics that you would like for yourself, please don't hesitate. If you feel that these micro practices are helpful and would like to continue or go into something else, that would be appreciated. We love having suggestions. So please, you can also fill out like our feedback evaluation form. So thank you, everyone. I'd love to say my goodbyes. So we'll say our goodbyes first to anyone who may be watching on live stream. Aloha. And also those who are watching the video on our YouTube channel, we say thank you for joining. Aloha. And recording.